Figured I'd do a little video today on this Stihl Pro Forestry Axe. This is made by Option Koff, which is a German company, makes all sorts of hand tools for splitting, cutting wood. This one has a 1250 gram axe head, which gram is just the European measurement of weight versus pounds here in America. Here in America, that would be about 2 3/4, 2.8 pound axe head. It's made out of C60 carbon steel, which is basically the European version of our 1060 carbon steel here in America. These have a hickory wood handle, which in my opinion, that's about the best handle that you can have, in a hand tool. But it's got the handle locking system where they plate the handle, lock it over. It's like a 5-part handle lock system where it's locked in the head. It's really strong. I like that. This also has the overstrike protection sleeve, or if you overstrike, it'll hit the sleeve, your metal sleeve, saving the wood handle, almost like an armor protection. That's a really nice feature. This particular one, the grain in this handle is really nice. That's usually something I look at in my axes before I buy them, is the handle grain, how it fits in the head. It's all stuff to consider, but this one here is really nice. This particular axe is like I said, it's a axe that's designed, made for chopping across the grain and cutting, not made for splitting. This is nice in the respect that it actually comes with a nice little leather sheath versus the piece of rubber them other axes have. And this one here actually comes with a good edge. I like that about it, because I have bought axes before that I had to take a file and file them out to a little better edge, but this one here, they've put a really nice cutting edge on it. And this sheath is a lot better than the piece of rubber, which will cut through in no time. But this axe, like I said, my primary purpose for it, I like it for, walking along the log. If you got a tree down, taking the limbs off. Use it for chopping, smaller diameter trees. And I also use the back for driving my plastic felling wedges, like in the tree if you're cutting, so it don't pinch back on your saw to get it the direction you need it to go. Use it for that. But this is made in Germany. It's a German product. I love German-made products. I guess you can't tell. But it's just a really nice design. You can tell they've put a lot of thought and a lot of time into designing this, and that's something I can appreciate. I really like stuff that is well thought out, well made, made of the best materials, and that's exactly what this axe is. And they put a lot of time on this, designing this thing. And took care of, this sort of last you, this sort of lasts you for a lot of years. You ought to get a lot of service out of this axe. Most steel dealers around here sell them for about, $99, $95, $100. Yeah, that's expensive for a hand tool, but is it worth it? If you consider the typical $25 axe you go buy at a hardware somewhere versus what this one has, I think it's definitely worth it, because they have a lot of extra added features. You've got this plate, locking system for the handle, overstrike protection, the finest handles available anywhere they put in them, and it actually comes with a really good cutting edge. And if you're somebody who does a lot of woodworking, in the woods, you use it, while you're out, logging, things like that. Works really good for that purpose. Like I said, my main purpose would probably be to take smaller trees, de-limb your log, and knock your felling wedges into your cut, when you're cutting. And I like this axe. It's about the right size where if you were taking off, some smaller limbs, things like that, it's good enough where you could use it, one-handed, going down your log. You can work with it like that. Or if you need to put a lot of force into it, you can use it two-handed and go into it like that when you're cutting out a wedge. It'll work really good. And it balances really nice. It's got a really nice balance to it, and I like that about it. It's just a really nice handling axe, and like I said, they have put a lot of design time into this axe. They actually, like I said, this is made for chopping, cutting, not for splitting. Now, if your rounds of wood are small enough, it would work for splitting. But they actually make a splitting axe, which tapers out wider and is probably 5.5 pounds, which works good. But in my opinion, if you're going to split wood by hand, nothing beats a maul or a go devil, as we call it around here. You know, those are between 6 and 8 pounds. Because if you're going to be splitting wood, you want that taper to be wide, have a lot of weight, as much weight behind it as possible. If you try to split big rounds with this one, what's going to happen is you're going to hit it and you're going to bury that thing in the wood, and sometimes it'll be hard as crap to get it out. So this is, you know, stick with the tool's primary purpose. Don't use it for what it wasn't intended for. You know, that'll really help take care of it. But to anybody who needs a good axe, you know, while you're working in the woods, and if you thought about getting it, I would recommend get it, because it's just a really nice, well thought out, well designed German piece of equipment, and that's hard to beat. You know, it's just a really good axe that Stihl's put together right there.